Hello everybody, it is your weekly game review time. We've just finished game week 28, part 2. We're going to be speaking about that, and then we're going to be getting into your championship predictions ahead of a massive weekend, a huge weekend at the top and at the bottom. Stay with me through this. Let's get into it. So to start off with everybody last night, wow. Burnley 5, Plymouth 0. I mean, where do you even start with this? Plymouth, what is going on? Investment needed. It's chaotic at this moment in time. The squad build-up looks a little bit unhealthy. Morgan Whittaker is apparently refusing to play for the club. It is all chaotic at this moment in time, and Burnley took full advantage of that. Burnley haven't scored more than 2 goals since August in one match, so significantly increasing their XG, significantly increasing their goal difference as well, which is massive for Burnley. They need to be conceding less, which they are at this moment in time. 9 goals still conceded, everybody, which puts them on course, essentially, to Chelsea's 15 goals conceded in that Premier League title win under Jose Mourinho. It's that good right now. But Zian Fleming getting on the score sheet, absolutely massive. He's becoming dependable and extremely reliable for the Clarets. Cullen getting on the score sheet as well. Josh Lauren, it was all rosy. 3 penalty decisions as well, which could have gone Burnley's way. It could have been a lot worse for Plymouth. But for Plymouth, what is going on at this moment in time? It's been an awful season. Mismanagement, poor recruitment for me as well. And at this moment in time, Plymouth needs to do a lot more with 7-8 days left of the window. Burnley, on the other hand, going strong into the Leeds United game. Leeds 2, Norwich 0. Look, it's Leeds United at home, isn't it? Leeds just win at home. That's 2 games for them. 5 goals scored, 0 goals conceded against Sheffield Wednesday and Norwich. But I thought Norwich were okay. Marcelino Nunes absent. Borja Sainz absent. Josh Sargent coming off the bench. A 19-year-old right winger starting up top. And it felt like it was all just trying to come from Kenny McLean, as it has done from Norwich for so long now, but he can't just be the orchestrator. There's got to be people in front of him, playmakers in front of him, who were able to dictate the play as well, and that tempo. There just wasn't that quality there for Norwich City last night, unfortunately. Leeds United, on the other hand, rampant. Solomon and James bringing together a really good partnership at this moment in time. Bogle, exceptional last night. Junior Firpo coming back into the fold as well, giving Leeds those sort of wide options that enable the wingers to then invert, and Leeds are then absolutely clinical on that overlap as well. And listen, Leeds going into that Burnley game, we've just spoken about those 2 teams now. What a blockbuster that is going to be on the 27th. Portsmouth getting a really big win as well. Callum Lang's 10th goal of the season. Really happy for him. Portsmouth were physical last night. They were pressing extremely high, and they capitalised on Stoke City mistakes. Really well done, and they are building up a massive reputation at Fratton Park now. 6 wins in 7 under Messinho, and that guides them out of the relegation zone. Stoke, on the other hand, it's just a bit of a mess season so far, isn't it? I don't really know what to get hopeful about when it comes to Stoke City. It all just seems extremely predictable. Whatever players on the pitch, whatever managers are in the dugout, you're just not expecting that next level from Stoke City. Can they get more out of this squad? I think they can. It's just not going well at this moment in time for the Potters. Sheffield Wednesday 2, Bristol City 2. Wow, this could have gone either way. I thought Sheffield Wednesday started the game really well. Bristol City, though, towards the end, guys, they could have won it. Aki Wells getting on the score sheet for them, but they got back into the second half, and Liam Manning praised their sort of workmanlike approach to get back into the game against Sheffield Wednesday. A tough place to go, Sheffield Wednesday. Only 4 points off the playoffs still. So listen, that was a massive task to come back from where they were. Sheffield Wednesday started the game like a house on fire, everybody. Barry Bannon getting back to his best. I thought he was a little bit off it against Leeds United, but him and Shea Charles gaining that momentum again together, that real spark that they have in midfield, which will guide them to the playoffs. But a little bit of an ownership sort of update as well on Shea Charles. It looks like Shea Charles would be willing to come back to Sheffield Wednesday, but Southampton, according to Joe Cran this morning, want a significant loan fee. What do we know about Defon Chansiri? He's not great with negotiation, so it looks like Charles wants to stay. Southampton have recalled him and then are willing to loan him back if the fee is met. Chansiri has to do it. But toward the back end of the game, I thought, as I've mentioned before, their resilience and their character in Bristol City was shown. And, you know, you just feel that if Liam Manning can just get something a little bit extra, another 10% from this Bristol City side, they can get above that normal position, which they finish from sort of 13th to 15th. Let's hope we can see that from Manning's side. We're getting into my championship predictions now, everybody. We're going to be starting with Sheffield United versus Hull City. Hull are just struggling at the minute. Aside from a sumptuous goal from Joe Gelhardt the other night, QPR with a better side. Sheffield United's home form is the second best in the division. division, and they can match Leeds United's home form. They've only played 13 at home. Leeds have played 15 at home. They can match that with two additional wins at home. Sheffield United are just a little bit of a machine at the minute. Without doing anything glamorous and without looking the best, they're just getting the job done. And for me, Sheffield United are going to win this one 2-0. Luton versus Millwall. At some point, Bloomfield's got to get something. He's got to get something out of this Luton side. And Millwall, obviously, faltering a little bit against Cardiff. Millwall also without a win in 5. And I just wonder, is this going to be the game? Millwall have failed to win any of their last 6 away games. And Luton have just lost 1 of their last 8 games at home. So I genuinely believe this, for Matt Bloomfield, is going to be the day that they get it. They start moving on up. I think they're going to do it, everybody. I'm going to put Luton on for 1-0. I know you can't believe it, but Luton are going to win this game 1-0. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Stoke versus Oxford. This isn't looking good for Stoke. It's not looking good for Stoke. They've not won a single game under Mark Robbins yet. Gary Rowett is absolutely flying, unbeaten in 7. Yet to release Tom Bradshaw, and I think that's going to be a big plus for them. Ruben Rodriguez is going to be key for this one as well, everybody. He scored 4 of Oxford's last 7 away goals, but look, they've not got a great away record. 1 in 13. I'm going to go for a narrow Oxford win in this one. I just think the momentum's with them. 1-0 for me. Norwich versus Swansea, potentially the most mid-table game of all time, but I'm going to go with Norwich on this one. Swansea have just got an absolutely shocking away record. They've lost the last 3, I think, away from home as well. I'm just backing the Canaries to get something extra. Thorpe will have Josh Sargent. He's got to start Josh Sargent. If he doesn't start Josh Sargent, he's shooting. He's got to start him, and I think if Sargent starts, that's going to give Norwich that boost. I'm going to go with a Norwich 2-0 home win. West Bromwich Albion versus Portsmouth. Look, guys, I think Mowbray is going to start kicking into gear pretty soon. Pompey have done an amazing job at home, and they've built up a real rap sheet now of teams, so I'm going to go for a 1-1 with this one. Preston Borough, I think Borough just simply have to win this one. They have to get this away form a little bit more consistent for me to be finishing in the playoffs. I think they've got enough quality as well. From what we know, they've still got Latte Lath on the book, still got quality of Tommy Conway, Finn Azaz. Look, I think they're going to be a little bit too strong for Preston. I'm going to go with a 2-0 Borough win. QPR Wednesday. Oh, this is going to be a good game, you know. This is going to be a good game, but QPR are flying at this moment in time under Marty Quafentes. I can only see... The thing is, if Wednesday do something mad, like if like tomorrow they sign Shea Charles and they give themselves that boost, they've got enough in that side to beat QPR. I just think QPR have got the edge in this one. I think if they're able to play their style, that style of football under Quafentes, I don't know if Wednesday are going to be able to stop that. They might just have to go for a little bit of a low block this one. There's a position separating them, but I think QPR are looking really aggressive at this moment in time, and they have won 4 games on the bounce. I think they're the form team in the division right now. So for me, I'm going to go with the 2-1 QPR on this one. Cardiff Derby are plummeting. I'm going to go with a simple, nondescript 2-0 Cardiff win for this one. Sunderland Plymouth, I think Plymouth are in real trouble again. This has just been an absolute murderer's row. You play Burnley at home and then you play Sunderland away. They've got this problem with Morgan Whittaker. What is going on with him? Is he refusing to play? Is he not available for selection? They need to sort that out ASAP. They need to be bringing players in ASAP. Still bodies out, injured. They're in an absolute mess at this moment in time. Plymouth, I'm going to go with a big win here for Sunderland. I'm going to go with a 4-0 win. Coventry Watford. Watford are always a dangerous side. I think when they're the underdog as well, they've got the ability to really hurt teams on transition. But I think Coventry are getting something going at this moment in time. Asante on the score sheet in their last game, of course. 2 wins on the bounce. A big win against Blackburn away from home as well. And I just think that this might be the start maybe of a little bit of a Lampard journey. I'm going to go with a 1-0 Coventry win. Bristol City Blackburn. From what I saw the other night, I was actually really impressed with Bristol City against Sheffield Wednesday, especially in that second half. Just the dominance they felt in that second half and how they were able to play their football as well. I thought they were exceptional at building the ball up from the back as well, and Bristol just looked really good in that second half. I thought, that's ultimately it, and really impressive. And I do think that Blackburn are in a little bit of a slump at the minute, but what we do know is when John Eustace's back is up against the wall, he's able to conjure a result up. I'm going to go with a 1-1 for this one. Finally, everybody, Burnley, Leeds United. I've got to back my club, haven't I? I've got to back Leeds United. Listen, I think Leeds are going to go up there with the firepower maybe that Burnley haven't seen this season. Burnley have stopped Leeds from scoring at Ellen Road, but listen, Leeds had, I think, about 20 shots in that game. Burnley are very strong, best defence in the league against the best attack in the league. Everything would tell you that it's going to be a draw. And I'm going to have to back Leeds, aren't I? 2-1 Leeds. So let me know what you think in the comment section below, everybody. What are your predictions? Interested to hear it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, become a member, which you can do now as well. And I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.